Now I think we're good. Are we good? I think we're good. Yeah, just checking on my other screen just to make sure everything's all working. But anyway, all I wanted to do tonight was just to basically show a couple of more drone videos and a couple of other videos which were actually made. So while I'm waiting for a couple of people to come in, what I'll do, I'll start off with a beautiful place where we went to in Donegal, actually, up on the west coast of Ireland. And we went there, when was that? Last year, actually. So I just put on this beautiful place. It's only a very short video, and if it will actually load. Why is everything just going on a go slow at the moment? I don't know where anybody's actually here at the moment, so all good. So there we go. We'll start with this one anyway. guys. Hi Molly. Hi Thema. I appreciate you dropping by again. I know you've been with me a few times during my journey today, but really appreciate you dropping by. Molly, first time I think I've seen you here, and really appreciate you dropping by. So we're just trying to get used to the likes of Twitch and everything. So we're doing a few broadcasts basically from the laptop. We're actually doing a few broadcasts out on our treks in the morning. Teddy's usually at the side of me on the thing, but it's a little bit warm. I left the heating on. I should have switched it off, but we're all alone now. My wife's actually over in Lapland, so we've got the house to ourselves. So I thought, well, why not? Let's do another broadcast this evening, and just have a play around with the likes of Streamlabs. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, they do so much stuff as well. I mean, I have stuff like you can do scenes and everything like that. So we have like pictures of Teddy up there. Welcome to the friendly room. We can also start the stream by pressing on. Bear with me a sec. I don't think there you go. It's coming up. So the stream's starting shortly. I've also got intros and everything as well, so there's so much you can actually do on it, and I mean, using Streamlabs, can be very daunting. I can remember when I first downloaded Streamlabs. In fact, I think I first downloaded Stream Elements, I think, first, and I had Streamlabs, then you've got OBS, and you've got all these different platforms, and you think, oh my god, and you first open them up, and then you've got this massive stuff there, and you don't know what the heck to do. And I was a little bit unsure for a start, but what I did, I actually looked on YouTube, basically, let me just get rid of that one in a second, just for videos to... basic videos for beginners on Streamlabs. So I watched this young lad. He was only, I'd say, probably late teens, maybe 20, and he did this awesome video, and he walked you from the time of downloading the Streamlabs to the time of setting up your video, making different scenes, your scenes on there, so you can make all different scenes. Then you go and add your sources and everything. You need to add cameras, you need to add a background, you can add text like I have on the screen there. Then you can also switch that text off as well at any time. You can also switch obviously your picture. I've got a picture of Teddy there, so I can take that off the screen and you see the beautiful sun behind. But why not? Let's keep Teddy up there. But yeah, it's one of them things which I'm only a week into it at the moment, so I've got a lot to learn on here. And it's just a fascinating journey. It really is. I'm really enjoying it, and especially people turn around and say, well, it's a gaming platform. Guys, there is so much more than just people playing games and everything. I wouldn't be a gaming person myself. I'm pretty useless at playing games, actually. My son's a bit into the likes of the FIFA football and everything like that on the PlayStation. He's pretty good. I'd class him as a master at it. But when it comes to me, I find the PlayStation controls now, there's so many buttons to press, and I just cannot get the hang of it. But I guess that's the same with everything when you first start off, and I guess that's the same with people looking at Streamlabs, feeling a little bit, oh my god, I don't think I can do this. But like I say, within an hour of watching the actual Streamlabs videos, don't get me wrong, I don't know everything about Streamlabs. There's so much to actually understand about it. But the actual basics on broadcasting, putting a scene in there, adding pictures, adding a video, adding different things. So you've got your laptop where you can add your capture and everything like that. It's pretty damn easy, guys. It's pretty damn easy. And you can do so much on this platform. But like I was saying, back to people watching games and everything like that, there's far more on here. I've met so many awesome creators on the Twitch platform since actually coming across. And I'm going to give them a plug out. I mean, I was watching earlier on, if anybody watches, Fina Live, Finao Live. Basically, two guys are out on a boat shark fishing. Oh my god, guys, one of them nearly lost their life today because they had a live bait and everything like this. It was dangling in the water, and they got basically I think they got a tangle on the rod or anything like this, and it was tangled up and your guy was trying to get the hook out and everything like that. They had the hook in the finger. Next thing he says, I'll get the bolt croppers like this. And he went over to get the bolt croppers. Just as he picked the bolt croppers off to basically go over and snap it, one of the massive sharks grabbed the live bait. Next thing, the rod went bang, and there was this mass panic like this. I mean, if the hook had actually gone into his hand and pulled him in, then I'd say it'd have been a goner. This was like Mr. Shark Goliath. It was quite scary. It was absolutely incredible to watch. Yeah, so they're known as, I think, FINA Live, FINAO Live, but there were a couple of shark fishing guys, and I've been watching them for the past few weeks while being across on Twitch, and really enthralling, good to watch, and do some good content as well. It's not just about casting a rod in there shark fishing. They've got underwater cameras they put down, so they'll put a bait on. They'll put a camera at the side of it and basically slowly drop them down to the bottom of the actual sea there. And I think they're out in Florida actually like this. And then you see the sharks coming in. You see I don't know what type of fish, but they're big. They are big. But they also put up a drone as well. So they actually put a drone up when they're actually baiting as well like this. They'll have bait out in away from the boat and everything like that, and they'll put the drone up above and they're filming the sharks which are actually circling around. Absolutely incredible people, really are. And I think they've been on Twitch for quite a while. They've got literally thousands and thousands of subs. I think it could be a full-time job to them. I'm not quite sure, but very professional in what they actually do, and very good to watch, really are. And I started watching early on today when I got back from our hike and everything like that. And I mean, they stream for 4 or 5 hours at a time. And once you start watching, you just get up because you're waiting for Goliath. You're waiting for this big shark to come next. And it's just incredible to watch. There was many times I kept saying, right, guys, I've got to go. I've got many jobs to do, and then I'll just watch this bit. And next thing, another half an hour's gone by, and another hour's gone by, and Teddy was shouting out at me saying, I want my dinner, Dad, I want my dinner. So I had to leave in the end, and then I did go back later on as well. But really good channel to watch if you're across here on Twitch. Worth a follow and worth looking. So many absolutely incredible musicians as well. There's so many to choose from across here as well. I met a nice gent yesterday out in Bahrain. His name is Hadis, and I was actually listening to him just now before I started. His name's Hadis, and absolutely incredible artist as well, and such a delight to actually go into his broadcast and actually comment and actually get a reply from people. Because I mean, when you're followed by so many people like he is, you get so much chat coming up in the room. It is very difficult to keep up. I've never had that problem myself, but people who are popular then it is very difficult to keep up. But he was so onto it. And everything I put up, I had acknowledgement. Oh, thanks, Walt. Thanks for joining. And he was so delighted for people to be in there. And I really find him a real nice gent, but also absolutely gent of a singer as well. Oh, my God. His vocals are absolutely spot on. Why he's not, I'd say, in the charts, it just baffles me. It really does. It really does baffle me. I mean, he should be one of the top performers throughout the world. He's better than, I'd say, 90% of the records which I see in the charts over in Ireland and the UK at the moment. So that's just giving him a little bit of a plug. Who knows, maybe one day he'll host me for the nice plug I just gave him. That's what I need. I need some of these big people to give me a host. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next video, guys, if I can find it here. This is another awesome place we was actually at. Where is it? This is again in Donegal. This was done at the same time. And this is basically Slieve League. Probably one of the most visited places in Ireland. Absolutely beautiful cliffs. And Thema, it's normal to have low audience on Twitch. Yeah, Thema, I'm gathering that, my friend. I really am. I have no problems. Like I said, the first broadcast I did this morning, I think we had, I don't know, 5 or 6 people in. I think 8 in total actually came through the actual broadcast to join it. But we had a great chat, the first broadcast from today, and if I get a few people in there who just want to chat, then that is all I want. I'm not into numbers. I'm not interested in getting thousands of people coming in. I only do this as a hobby. It's not obviously my main job. Jesus, it's a good job on that as well. And no, Thamer, I'm not retired. As much as I wish I could. Where's my come on, Ted, come on up here. Come on up. Always, I'm too tired. Here he is now, look. There he goes. And that's where he'll sit. He'll just sit there now while I'm actually broadcasting. Like, and this is my workstation as well when I'm actually working as well. Like, so throughout the week, that's where he actually comes. He comes and sits by the side of me. Anyway, let's show you this one now. This is a beautiful place called Slieve League, again in Donegal, and like I say, one of the most popular. With good contact and strict schedule, people will drop by 100%. That's what I'm hoping, Thamer, I really am. And like I say, I only show Ireland through my eyes. I'm not one to, how do you put it, just sit here and chat about nothing. I will show things and everything like that. I've got so many, I've been taking photographs for ever since I've been to Ireland actually. My father was actually in his day a wedding photographer. He's a professional photographer like this, but I'm basically hopefully following his footsteps. Like, so me as well, I have a project I work on, but I pause and watch your stream. Ah, that's very kind of you. I really, really appreciate that, Thamer. You're very, very kind, my friend. But yeah, this is not going to be a really long one. I just wanted to try a few settings which I'd set up on the laptop, like, and then I'll probably finish. So what I'll do, I'll just show you this video which I actually did, and like I say, this is the beautiful cliffs of Slieve League in Donegal. So let me bring that one back up again. And like I say, I'm still learning and everything on this. We are getting there, but it's a slow process, as you can appreciate. There was a little glance of myself there. I don't know what you see. As the camera started to swing by, like I was actually sat on the grass there. I got the controls in my hand and I was controlling the drone which I got up. That is just one of the probably the only time ever you could actually get a drone up over Slieve. Usually the wind would be blowing a gale there, and I was just absolutely so lucky that day. John, how are you, my friend? Appreciate you dropping by. I was just doing a few trials. I was just trying a few things out while I'm here. I'll just put my... there you go. Welcome to the friendly room. But appreciate you dropping by, John. Good videos. Thanks, John. Yeah, I've got so many, but it's just... I need to basically sit down, sort them out, and yeah, you know the story. It's basically indexing everything like to what I want, because I've got videos in for different months, and then when it comes to broadcasting, I need to copy them across to a separate folder. So I'm not now, like I am now, I've got to go back into all my files and try and find out the one which I want to show next. What I need to do is basically copy across into a folder, and then at the end of the broadcast just delete the whole folder. Like look at you, that counts me. But hold on a sec, let me just get rid of that box there. We're on our I just saying to Thamer there, who's actually in the chat as well, like, and he joined me on a couple of broadcasts this morning. I was broadcasting this morning, was out for a 5-hour trek this morning, me and Ted. Hence, I don't know whether you can actually see him, he's flat out here. Absolutely flat out, like, so he's having a little snooze at the side of me now. My wife's actually away at the moment. She's took her nieces over to Lapland, and it was a bit of a... surprise for him as well. It started off a couple of nights ago with the elf on a shelf arrived, and the elf on the shelf, I think they call him Tricky Dicky. I think it's Tricky Dicky anyway, or words to that effect. He arrived by balloon. Okay, so what Kieran, my brother-in-law, actually did, he had this big see-through balloon, and then he connected loads of other balloons to it and everything like that. And then Tricky Dicky was hanging from the middle of one of these balloons. And the way he did it, I'd love to be able to show a... you were out too early for me to see... that's no... I was out for 5 hours today, John. We did just short of 20 kilometers today. But yeah, the way he'd actually done this was incredible. Then he had a Tricky Dicky's letter saying basically, oh, I'm back again, and blah, blah, blah. It went on a little bit. Then he says, Mammy and Daddy have a big surprise for you in the morning, and you need to be in bed early this evening, like. And when you get to bed, you've got to go to sleep, like, because there's a special surprise for you in the morning. So sure enough, that's what they did. They was in bed, they were fast asleep and everything like that, all excited. But before they went, they were trying to figure out what's the surprises, and they was thinking, well, maybe we're going to Dublin, maybe we're going to Dunlavin to see the granddad, maybe we're going to this place, and all these little places were close by, like the park, and maybe they're taking us to the park today, or maybe they're taking us, and it was just brilliant to actually hear all this stuff. So they had absolutely no idea. So this morning my wife actually got up, because my wife went as well. My wife and sister-in-law as well, so my wife's sister, two of those went as well, like, and they left early this morning. They wanted to arrive there before my nieces and Kieran and Bruno actually arrived, so they were there in the queue. They were the first ones in the queue to check in and everything, and everything was so good, and they heard my nieces in the background so excited and everything like this, but they didn't want to know that they didn't had no idea that they was actually going, so they put the hoods on so they couldn't recognize them or anything, and they was actually pointing towards the actual check-in desk and everything like that, and the girls were so excited behind and weren't even aware that my sister and my wife and her sister were actually there in front of them. So when they actually put the hood down and turned around to talk to him, that was a big surprise at the start for him. Brenda, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Did they need... Oh, John, I'll get on to that in a second. It winds me up, it really does. But yeah, so then they went off to breakfast and everything, still unaware of where they're actually going. And it's not until you get through to the departure lounge in Dublin Airport that they actually told them. And they have it all done up for people who are going out to Lapland. They have it all nicely decorated, and this way to the south, North Pole, and this way to see Santa. And they have all this, it's all a big thing. So that's the last I heard of them. They was basically at the check-in gate and waiting to depart and everything like that. But two very, very excited kids. They really are. And I'm going back to a day. I'm all good. I'm wonderful. I've still got a bad back, but hey ho, that's just comes with old age anyway. But yeah, back to what you were saying, John. It's getting to become a rip-off. Yeah, they had to do the antigen test or whatever like that, like before they could actually fly. And then when they're over in Lapland, before they can actually come into Ireland as well, they've also got another test which they've got to have. Now, my view is you can either get, I think the PCI test, is it PCI test or something like that? That's €150 to get done. Or you can get the antigen test, which is €75. €75 to do a test where you can pick up in the garages here now, you can pick up in the local supermarkets, you can do it yourself, and they're selling them for a couple of euro. Yet they want it done professionally, and to get it done professionally, it's €75 to get it done. Absolute rip-off. The money, which is... I don't want to go down the road of discussing COVID or anything like that, but let me just say that is the biggest rip-off and the biggest money spinner I've ever heard of, to actually need to get these tests. Now, luckily enough, the company which they've actually flew out with, they are taking them they're taking them in groups on Sunday basically to get the tests and everything like that, and the company's actually paying for it, which is a good thing because it's quite expensive to actually head out to Lapland. So yeah, they're actually paying for it, but it does take some of the time away from the holiday as well. When you've forked out so much money, and then you've got to suddenly queue up or get one of these tests, which could be an hour out of your holiday. Like, you're only there for 4 nights. They only went today and they come back Tuesday evening. So it takes some of that, I don't know, the excitement away from it when you've got to go in and get one of these COVID tests. You would have to do it today to come into the States too, really. I think that's pretty much the same everywhere now. But the thing is, my wife was saying as well, like, as in doing the antigen tests, she did one last night before she actually left. Now, I don't believe that they needed it to fly out of Ireland, but she wanted to make sure that none of them basically had COVID before, because what had happened is, if on Sunday they do the antigen test before they actually come back to Ireland and one of them is positive, that means they've got to stay over in Lapland for 14 nights. They've got to basically isolate for 14 nights over in Lapland. So obviously I think the likes of the travel insurance covers the likes of the hotel and everything while you're over there, but it doesn't cover the time when you're off work. So you've got to basically take 14 days unpaid leave unless you've got holidays left or anything like that. So you'd have to take them 14 days off leave. My wife don't have any leave, so basically she wouldn't be paid for it. So that is the big worry, and it's still a worry for anybody travelling like abroad at the moment. If you're actually positive before you enter your country, then obviously you've got to isolate, and that is the big worry of travelling at the moment. Hugo, hello my friend, how are you? Good to see you. You have to do that if you're heading into the States. Hugo, appreciate you dropping by. Peggy and I are headed to Naples, Florida next week for a few days. Boarding the kitty is €80 a day. Boarding the kitty. Boarding the kitty. Sorry, John. Boarding the kitty. What's that mean? Florida next week for a few days. Boarding the kitty. Oh, boarding your cat. Oh my God, cat. £80 $80 a day. Is she staying in a 5-star hotel? Boarding the kitty is $80 a day. Teddy, Oh my, you are lucky. I don't know whether you can see his head just come up there. Sending the cat. Oh, Jesus, John, that is absolutely horrendous. That is crazy. My God, you must be putting her into a palace to pay €80 a day for a cat. I think when we put the dogs and everything in, I can't remember what that was. When we had Socks and Snoop, I think that was something like 30 a day. I think it was around about 200 for the week, something like that. Yeah, the Hilton. Yeah, it sounds like the Hilton. Yeah, my God, that is just that is crazy money, and I guess that's why now. I mean, we are away next year. We are going on a cruise, but I don't think I could leave Teddy into like one of these doggy hotels, like the kennels or anything like that. I just don't think he'd. Well, it's $80. Yeah. Where are you located? I know. But no, I think when we go away, we're going away next year on a cruise, like, because it's Alina's big birthday next year. So she wants to go on a cruise. So we're heading across around about September next year, subject to what happens on the likes of COVID and everything like that, whether things are going to open up, whether it's going to be worse. Who knows? We really don't know. You can't plan on anything at the moment for the following year. We stayed in Ireland for the whole of this year. We went on, obviously, as you know, down to Cork, and we went down to Kerry, and they were brilliant holidays. Really enjoyed yourself. And the good thing is, when you're visiting like places in your own country, in your own town, own land and everything like that, you can pack up the car, you can put in whatever you want, you can put the drones in, you can put extra coats in, you can put extra boots in, you can throw Teddy in as well, like, so he came with us as well, like, and you can load the car up to high heaven. If you're going abroad, like, then obviously you've got that suitcase, and whatever you can fit into that suitcase, that is it. Outside Washington DC. Outside Washington DC. So what time are you on at the minute, John? I don't know what time. We're on 9:15 here. Anyway, it's 9:15 in the evening. We've had a great day. Wow, moved to the Midwest. It's not that high. Move to Ireland, John. Move to Ireland, it won't be that. I could actually get a friend who'd look after the cat for less than that. Buy him a pint down the pub and there'd be no problem there. 4:15, yeah? Ah, right. So you're 5 hours behind us. Right, okay. That's good. Because there's so many different time differences, you know, throughout the world and everything like that. It's just crazy. You don't know where's who, who's who. Like, you could be in one state in America and you're at 4:15. Somebody else could be on a totally different time scale. And it's just, you don't know where you are. And the same with the likes of Michael, a friend out in Toronto there. He's on a different timeline. Then I've got good friends out in Sydney as well, out in Australia, like. And I would love to move to Ireland. There you go, John. Well, it'd be far cheaper than that, my friend. Far cheaper than that. And obviously, if you move away from the likes of Dublin, I know house prices now are starting to go up quite significantly, but compared to the likes of places like that, where you are around your area and everything like that, I think you'd find it far cheaper around here. Even where we are, we're classed as cultures. We're out in the country, and I don't think I'd change that now. I'm not a city person. I'm not a town person, anything like that. I just like being in this little village, like, away from everybody else. And we got a population. I think it's around about 380, or is it maybe 400 now? Like, a population of 400 in the village. We all tend to. You're almost always 5 hours ahead of the US East. The US East Coast is always 5 hours ahead. Right, okay, we are 5 hours ahead of the US East Coast. Right, yeah, I'm not. When it comes to timings or anything, I just haven't got a clue. So any plans for the weekend? Like, I mean, I'm not quite sure. We've got the whole weekend, as you know, with Alina being away and everything. She's not back until Tuesday evening. So we've got the house to ourselves. In fact, well, not to ourselves. We've got our lodger. We've got a student who's actually staying with us. He's in his last week now. He's basically doing another course in. He's an electrician anyway, but he's doing something advanced in avionics and everything. But he's from County Kerry. He's just close to 30 actually, but he's a nice lad. He's a great lad actually, and we're so lucky. Basically, he finished his course during the day. For the past few weeks, like, he's been studying afterwards, like, so he don't get home, he don't get back here till like 8 o'clock in the evening, 8:30 in the evening. We do a dinner for him and everything like that. Then he disappears up into his room, like, and he'll be watching TV and everything in his room, like, and that's all we see of him. Then in the morning he gets up, he's literally gets his breakfast, 10 minutes later he's out the door again, like, so we're very, very lucky. He don't bother us, and he keeps himself to himself, like, but he's actually coming back tomorrow evening because this is his final week now. He's going into, he's got all exams and everything, and I think he's got exams on 2 theory exams, I think, on Monday. So he wants to be back, and I think they start fairly early, like, so he wants to come back tomorrow evening, like, so he'll probably get here about 9:30 tomorrow evening, like, so yeah, there's no problem anyway there. But like I say, that's the last week. I'm off work Monday and Tuesday. I took a couple of days off. I literally had 11 days in between now and the end of December, which I have left for the year, like, because I don't need to take leave or anything, only when if I'm actually going away. So that's the only time I've really took holidays or anything. I've had no reason to take days off, so it's just not bothered me. Bear with me a second. Except for the difference when we shift the clocks. Yeah, I got you. Gotta run, just wanted to pop in and say hi. My Georgia Dogs game has started. No problem, Brenda. Appreciate you dropping by. You're awesome, my friend. Always a pleasure to see you. Thanks so much. Peg and I want to see the movie Belfast this week. Peggy and I went to see the movie Belfast this weekend. I've not actually heard of that, John. Belfast. Yeah, I'll have to look that one up, actually. I could go on the other screen, like... So you and Teddy have a mini holiday. We do, John, yeah. So we have a mini holiday. We got 4 days... Ted's here, he's flat out, bless him. I mean, he's walked for 5 hours. Well, he's probably walked for longer than that. His head comes up. As soon as I mention his name, like, his head just comes up, looks at me and says, okay, Dad, you're still there. Yeah, we've got a few chores we've actually got to get done, like, over the couple of days. And I've been doing a few bits today as well, like, when we got back from our treks, like, I was doing a few bits. Look, there you go. What was that, Ted? Where's my little man? Where's my little man? Are you saying hello to everybody? Are you saying hello to everybody? Look up on the screen, look, there's you. Yeah. Oh, he says, I'll come up here, I can see you better there, Dad. I can see you there better there, Dad. He's Dad's best boy, aren't you? Yes, he's Dad's best boy. He is. Yes, he is. Yes. Oh, he's just the best boy. He says, I can see myself on the screen, Dad. He's a spoilt boy, aren't you? Okay? He's a spoilt boy. Yes. Oh, he says, I'm very tired. He says, I think I better have another little nod now. So tomorrow, so the yard work done before the winter sets in. We actually had we've got cobble lock all the way around the house, and oh my God, what a nightmare. It was a great idea when we first moved in here. I think we'd been here for a couple of years, and then we decided, right, okay, I'm sick of like the gravel and everything we had out on the front and everything like that and around the back, so we had cobble lock put in. So we've got cobble lock around the back of the house, also at the front of the house where the cars park and everything like that, and we had walls built around the house as well, because we always thought at one stage we would get dogs and everything like that, so we had the walls done around. Everyone else basically has the fencing, which gets creosoted every year, and it just didn't suit me, like, so I wanted the walls and everything put in, and then we had gates put on both sides of the actual house as well, so it's great. So you can actually walk all the way around, like, and with a cobble lock. But trouble is, like, if you don't look after the cobble lock, then you get the weeds coming up through it. So what was it, about 3 weeks ago actually, we had a guy come in. He's a I think he's a Lithuanian or Polish fellow who comes in, and he's got one of these massive power washes. I've got a power wash in the garage, but I've done it twice now, and I've been crippled both times afterwards. Like, I mean, I've not been able to move because you got that slight vibration when you're actually power washing, anything like that. Oh my God, my back was in bits afterwards. So I said, no, I'm not doing it again. So there's a guy who comes in and does it, like, and he gets it done in about 5-6 hours. Like, he's here for most of the day. Lots of wall installers. Yeah, there are. But no, but then what he decided, because he bought his own water, these massive water tanks, and we had two put on the grass outside, like, and he was using them, and he only used one, and he still left the other one. But the reason being is he's going to come back, and we're going to get the roof and everything washed as well. But he's supposed to be back today. He says either today or Monday. So hopefully it's Monday when he comes back, because I don't want to see this water tank for any longer, like, because it's been there for 3 weeks now. So yeah, I'm hoping he comes back on Monday, basically gets the roof and everything cleaned. And then I said, because he's doing it a lot cheaper than what he would charge, I said I'd put a board up for a couple of weeks outside the house to basically advertise him, like, so for people around it, because a lot of the houses around this part as well, they're all at the stage now where they need the roofs basically cleaning and everything like that. You've got a lot of moss and stuff like that, and when we got the cobble lock and everything washed down like 3 weeks ago from him, even the moss now is starting to fall off. You get a heavy shower, heavy rain, or the birds up on the roof and everything like that, they'll be picking at the moss, and then you suddenly find that your cobble lock is covered in this moss and it looks a mess again, like. So we'll get that done hopefully Monday anyway. So that's the plan anyway. But yeah, me and Teddy we'll head out again tomorrow. I'm not quite sure where to head tomorrow. I need to have a quick look at the weather forecast and see what's on the cards, whether we head to the coastline, whether we head to the river, whether we head to the woods, the mountains. You know, there's always somewhere we can go. So I spoke to my cousin in Dundalk last week, who told me the Eastern European landscapers did a lot of work for him. Yeah, we actually the Eastern Europeans actually did, when we first moved into the house, we had a good recommendation for basically a couple of Eastern European guys, and I think they were Lithuanian, I think. But they did all our tiling in the house. They did the tiling, they did the wooden floors and everything. We got wooden floors in the main lounge through there, in Ryan's room. Then in all the bedrooms, we got wooden floors and everything put down. They did all that, like, and they did a great job. And absolutely spot on, like, and I mean, I can't fault them, and there was like a quarter of the price of what we would have paid if we'd have got like a tradesman, you could say. These are tradesmen, but tradesmen from their own country, like, and obviously they don't get that type of wage when they're back home, like, so they are just delighted for the work, and they're delighted to get the money as well, like, so I can't knock them at all. But yeah, so that's the plan. So we will see. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you for now. I'm going to go down and relax. I have brick pavers in the driveway that gets mossy. I use a chemical called Wet It and Forget It. Wet It and Forget It. It works well. I don't know whether we get that here, John, but it might be worth having a look. I'll Google it, actually. You probably get it on Amazon, actually. That's my wife just calling now. Oh my God, she's out in Lapland and just calling. I'll give her a call back anyway. Wet It, Forget It. Right, I will get that. Listen, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I better call my wife back, like, she's over in Lapland at the minute, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a wonderful evening. No matter where you are around the world, stay safe, be good, but most of all, be kind. John, have a great weekend. Brenda, have a great weekend. Anybody else who's watching the replays, have a wonderful weekend, and hopefully we'll catch up at some stage tomorrow. Guys, better go. So for myself and Teddy, it's a 3, 2, 1. Have a good night. And thanks for stopping by, guys. Check it out. Have a great one. Cheers, John. I will do, yeah. And I appreciate you dropping by, my friend. So we will talk to you